Deion Sanders. So let me dissect it for you. Let me tell you something. Tracy Emin, she stayed underneath the girlfriend title for 12 years. Yeah, so she chose, it's partly her fault as well, because she chose stability over certainty. And sometimes, when you're in these relationships for 2 years, 3 years, things of the nature, you're good enough to shine with, but you're not good enough to keep. Let me tell you something. If you stay in a relationship, a non-committed relationship longer than, your needs allow, baby, that's not loyalty. That's self-betrayal. And a lot of us, and I said this before, a lot of us confuse being chosen over being cherished. It's like, loyalty without progression is it's like you dating a CEO, but you still leave an intern. It doesn't work. So for her to stay in these relationship for so long, it's her fault, because for those of us that are in long-term relationships, if your role doesn't evolve, if you don't transition from girlfriend to fiance, from fiance to marriage, if your role doesn't evolve, the relationship never evolves. And so a lot of us, we get stuck in these relationships that's never ending. But then when we break up and we come to the realization that we were good enough to shine with, that we were good enough to be seen with, but we were not good enough to be kept, then you leave salty. That's why it has to be a limitation as to how long you stay in a relationship. There has to be a level of progression. And I'm not talking about on getting on a plane, taking vacations. I'm not talking about moving in together. That has to be a level of progression that says we're locked in. If the person isn't interested in being locked in, then they need to be kept out. Let's go. Presents, but they want that girlfriend freedom. Yeah. So a lot of women, they be stuck in these relationships. Baby, I'm telling you, baby, you date me. Baby, you got less than a year to get your mind right. Once I give you that ring, after about 6 months, 8 months, if you're not ready, it's time for me to move on, because you be gone. Bye-bye.